Hello everyone. In this video lecture we'll be talking about making wise decisions. We're still in chapter 2. This is 2.3 and 4. I think it's going to be 2.3 and 4. Yeah. This is going to give us a process for making wise decisions. A couple of the focus questions: how can I improve the quality of the decisions I make? How can I take personal responsibility for the outcomes and experiences in my life? Remember, I'm changing the your to I'll put this in first person. I don't normally highlight a whole paragraph, but this first one is very good. Life is a journey with many opportunities and obstacles. The opportunities are the creator mindset, the obstacles will be the victim mindset. And each one requires a choice or many choices. Wherever or whatever you are experiencing in your life today is to a great extent the result of our past choices. Where I am today is what I've already chosen to done or chosen not to do. More importantly, whatever we experience in the future will be fashioned greatly on the choices that we make from this moment on. Please, well, one of the primary things I'd love for you to take from this course is stop going back. You said, you did, I said, I did, but last week. No. What are you going to do from this moment on? That will help. Now you got to learn from the past. You gotta learn, but you can't keep wallowing in it. And if it is true that our choices are going to take us where we're going and where we'd like to be, doesn't it seem wise then to develop an effective strategy for choice management, for making good choices? And in fact, that's what this is. It's called the wise choice process. And you can answer 6 questions and do the work in the questions to come up with a really good choice. So what's your present situation? What I was just saying, not whose fault is it, not what happened, but what is going on right now. And once you analyze that, then you can go to this. What would you like your situation to be? Okay? Where do you need to be going? And when you decide where you want to be going, let's say you want to have a dinner party. If that's what you want to do, that's kind of every day, but then you're going to have to decide, do you have enough money to have steak, or you're going to have pizza, or is it going to be subs? That's little, but it's, if you want to be a doctor, you're going to have to make some choices. If you want to be a teacher, a policeman, how are you going to get there? So these choices map out. It's a roadmap. So what are your possible choices? I highlighted this because sometimes it's hard coming up with choices. So what about someone you admire? What might that person do in your situation? Also, what if somebody were to ask you, Jim, John, Mary, Bill, Sue, what would you do if? And then you kind of can look at it objectively. We saw that word earlier, objectively. That's a good way to look at things. Okay. So once you decide what are the choices, well then what would each choice produce? What is the likely outcome of the choice? By the way, this is no small highlight here. You may not know enough to objectively analyze a choice, so you might have to get more information. For example, somewhere along in here it talked about, what if I do drop the course and you're on financial aid? Ooh, you need the answer to that question. So in order to make a choice, you might have to call somebody. Okay? By the way, that's why you ask people, let's say you want to be a nurse, talk to nurses. Let's say you want to be a judge. Find a judge to talk to. Find someone who knows it. You'd be surprised. Most people are pretty approachable. Okay? Which choices will I commit to do? And this word is almost all important. There is a little saying in business: walk the walk, talk the talk. It's not enough talking. You have to walk the talk. Walk the talk. You've got to do something. So that is committing and doing. What are you going to do? What are you doing? And remember, if you choose to do nothing, That is a choice. You have chosen to do nothing. Okay? And if I do something and I choose to do something, how will I know if it's working? So you need to know when and how I'm going to evaluate the plan. Whether it's a course grade, hold on, go. Okay, good, it's going on. That was my wife. So let me see. So you have to know if your plan worked for you, and if it didn't, if you need to modify it. Okay? And here is the bottom line, and I love the bottom lines. Our choices reveal what we truly believe and value, as opposed to what we say we believe and value. Walking that walk, talking the talk. You can talk a lot, but what are you doing? All right? So that's very, very important, okay? By the way, saying, oh my gosh, this is too much work, blah, 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 victim, victim, victim. By participating or following this wise choice process, then you're affirming your own belief that you can change your life for the better. And everything doesn't always have to be a great big deal. Planning a dinner party, it may be a list. Planning a course of study, you might want a bulletin board in your office, home office, or your bedroom. So it depends what choices you're making, how much you're going to put into it. Okay? Alrighty, so here's journal entry 7. You'll do that online by the date that it's due, and hope all is going well. Bye-bye.